Hey guys, how's it going? Before I start, I'm going to be uploading at a new time, starting from hopefully next week. I usually upload Thursdays 9am, but I'm probably going to move that to Wednesday 9am. So 24 hours earlier than what I am doing at the moment, just so you guys have enough time to watch my videos before the NRL starts, because when I record on Thursdays, game starts on Thursdays, and you might have work or you're busy, where Wednesday you've got a Wednesday night and everything, so that's what's going to start happening from hopefully next week onwards. Anyway, let's get stuck into round 2. God, it's good to have the NRL back. The first game we had St George Illawarra Dragons home to the Brisbane Broncos. Ben Hunt had a marvellous debut for the Saints. He scored a really great try where he read the play, he caught the intercept, ran down, scored under the post and kicked the ball out of the stadium. Matt Lodge was not a fan of the Dragons fans. Every time he managed to touch the ball, he got booed. He didn't have to do much, just got booed. He touched the ball. But yeah, Jason Nightingale, God, he's an awkward thing. Went to score a try, scored it, but landed directly on his neck. All is fine, nothing's bothered him, but God, he's an awkward thing. Just Gus Gould said, the Saints won that 34 points to 12. The second game was probably the best game of the round. I'm saying it now. Newcastle 19, Manly Sea Eagles 18. Mitchell Pearce had an awesome game in the new colours, leading Newcastle all over the park with exceptional leadership skills, which he shows no matter where he goes. Jorge Tafua, George Tafua, George Tafua from Manly had the most running metres at 239. Kalen Ponga is, I'm saying he's a good buy for Newcastle, as he's a rising up and comer. He's a goal kicker, fullback. Could probably play him in the halves if you needed to. He's pretty good all around the park. And Mitchell Pearce slotting the field goal over the 89th minute to secure the 2 points for Newcastle and to put them 8th on the ladder. They're in the 8! Woo! Cowboys and Sharks for the next game. 15,990 were in attendance to see the Cowboys win. Sione Katoa broke his jaw, unfortunately, and got booed by the Cowboys fans when he walked off holding his jaw. I think that was pretty disrespectful. JT's 300th game. Jonathan Thurston, he's a legend of the game. Did he want more? Did the NRL want JT to win at home? I'm thinking so. You always want to win your 300th. Jason Taumalolo had the most running metres at 177, also getting the most Supercoach points at 68. I did terribly in my Supercoach. I only got like 800 and something points. I had Tedesco as my captain. We skip the next game, or do we? No, we don't. The Tigers 8 versus beating the Roosters. Well, that was disappointing from my point of view, being a Roosters fan. Teddy got punished from his old team. He also got booed when touching the ball. Crump looked great in the red, white and blue. He put in a grubber. And I'll say to my mate who was with me at the game, he put a grubber into the in goal. Usually, that's a big play for Melbourne. Usually you expect Slater or a Melbourne player to be onto the end of that, and that would have been a try all day long. But yeah, no one was there. Slater was on the end of it. Yeah, The only good thing to come out of that game from Roosters' point of view was Blake Ferguson had an absolute blinder of a game with 286 run meters. He was best on ground. Tigers' defence has definitely improved during the off-season. Yeah, and it was good to see Benji back on the field. I grew up seeing Benji with his step. It's a good step. He ran the Roosters around the field. His experience just showed way too much. The next game we had the Souths 20 home. This was played at Perth. I don't really think you can call it home. To the Warriors 32. Controversial call to win the Warriors the game with an offside call. The touchy said it was fine, but the referee called it back. And replay shows that it wasn't a forward pass. Warriors got that, scored off that set, and then won by 12 points. Down below, should the bunker be able to call on forward passes? I think they should. We have enough. We have enough technology to be able to rule on it. I think they should be able to, because that'll speed up the game. I was watching on YouTube something about NRL bad calls of 2017, and most of them were forward pass calls. It was really sad to see. But let's moving on. Bulldogs 18 lost to the Storm 36. Storm obviously looking good as always. You could say don't even look at a football during the off season, don't train, and they'd still come out and beat most sides. Looks like they aren't missing Cooper Cronk at all, with the halves being Brodie Croft and Riley Jacks. Brodie Croft is filling that gap nicely. But yeah, not really much I can say for that game. Bulldogs. Aaron Woods actually shaved his head, and now he doesn't look like him. But moving on, Penrith 24 beating Parramatta Eels 14. Para looked very good for the first 30 minutes and then went to sleep, and Penrith just ran rampant. Mitchell Moses went off at the 55th minute for a HIA. He was cleared, came back on, and also found his way in the sin bin for a professional foul, which I'm pretty sure was told by my mate Dead Saints Saviour that it was mistaken identity and it was actually Corey Norman. I don't know, I didn't see that. But yeah, Parramatta looking very terrible. Raiders. The Raiders game, I tipped the Raiders. I only got 3 out of 8. You'd be lucky if you got a full card there. Titans won that match by 2 points on the siren. With Conrad Hurrell scoring in the 78th minute and Michael Gordon converting in the 79th to win it. Raiders were unlucky not to get the win, in my opinion. That was just unlucky defence for Conrad Hurrell to go in. Raiders with most line breaks with 6-3. Now let's stuck into round 2 predictions. I've got the Sharks versus the Dragons. I've got them by 4. I think the Sharks will come out and actually want to get a win. Roosters versus Bulldogs I've got them by 16. Roosters are not going to shy away. Roosters are going to come out firing, and yeah, Tedesco's to actually score. Cronk to also have a good game, but yeah, I got them by 16. Broncos v Cowboys, that's always a great game. The 2016 Grand Final rematch, I've got the Cowboys by 4. Yeah, that's always a good game. It always comes down to a point or it comes down to, it either comes down to a point, 2 points. I've got them by 4. Cowboys just looking too strong. I've got the Warriors by, what do I have them by? 4. I've got them by 8. That one, they're a good side. They can win, and then just lose the most simplest of games. I've got them by 8 beating the Titans. Panthers v Rabbitohs. I've got Panthers winning by 12. Storm versus Tigers. I've got the Storm winning by 24 points in this game. Storm obviously looking way too comfortable. Tigers only just got over the line. Sea Eagles versus Eels. I've got the Eels by 8. Eels aren't a side to lose 2 in a row. Either are the Roosters. And to round out round 2, I have the Raiders versus Knights. I've got winning team by 6. I've got Newcastle. I think Newcastle will just be too strong. They'll take enough momentum out of the Manly game to get over the line against the Raiders, who, yes, they did lose. They'll want redemption, but I've got the Knights by 6. So just to recap, Sharks by 4, Roosters by 16, Cowboys by 4, Warriors by 8, Panthers by 12, Storm by 24, Eels by 8, and Knights by 6. So they're my tips. And by the way, if you're tuning in late for some reason, I will be uploading Wednesday 9 AM instead of Thursday 9 AM. Have a good week, guys. I'll see you guys next week at 9 AM on Wednesday. I love ya. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Have a good week.